I'm sorry. What?
Mr. T ate my balls. How you
Oh
doing?
my God, that is lewd.
That's a very old meme. Do you remember that one?
No, T ate my balls.
Mr. T ate my balls.
No,
It's
what does it
from
look
like
like?
1998.
No, I'm not aware of
Literally,
these memes.
there's just a website that was Mr. T ate my balls. It was the best website ever.
Oh my God, that's like, yeah, I never knew that stuff. Well,
Yeah.
welcome, man.
How you doing?
Good. I was out of tizzy, and I was trying to play Cyberpunk on the old iPad
Stadia.
on Stadia. And when you have good Wi-Fi, it works great.
Mm-hmm.
I was somewhere and I tried to use the Wi-Fi hotspot on my phone. Not so much. Not so much. And I also realized that if you're with someone, friend, girlfriend, whoever, and one of them, like my girlfriend had to do a very hot, like I'll use a lot of bandwidth for work things that is
Mm-hmm.
100 times more important than me playing stupid Cyberpunk. And it was so I couldn't play it because like it was like the game was like freezing and like really choppy. And then she was noticing and she's like, hey, I kind of feel bad, like I need the Wi-Fi. And I was like, yeah, fine, it's fine, like, which I have no problem for. And I'm like, yeah, it's okay, because it's her job, like I'm just being a jerk off playing
Yeah,
a
but is
game.
her job as important as the groundbreaking storytelling of Cyberpunk
you
2077?
know you know what you know what, it's not. You're correct. She was in the wrong. Her job is not important. She was in the wrong. So I was just like, yeah, that's fine, of course, which it was. I had no problem, but I was more annoyed with Stadia because I was like, this is the shit. And why the like Stadia is like fine, but if you're at a friend's house that has terrible internet and Wi-Fi, it's gonna
Mm-hmm.
work like shit. If you can't plug the Chromecast directly into the internet, it's gonna work like shit. So there was all these elements, but it was funny because she's like, I mean, you could play your Switch. Like she was trying to be nice, giving me like things to do, but then I just felt like a child, and I was like, ah, I was like, I should just read a book. The fuck is wrong with me? Like I was so disgusted.
Go play with Legos. Your girlfriend's working right now. Go play with your Legos.
Mommy has to work. You need to play with your Legos. But it was funny how like she was just being nice, but then I was making fun of myself, being like, I feel like a fucking child. And then I started watching Game of Thrones season 7 because I haven't finished it.
Wow, it's a masochism.
I'm not crazy.
I'm gonna finish it, man. I know. I forgot about
good
7,
luck,
and like everyone I'm talking to is like, well, we stayed with her. We visited her sister's house. It was her sister and her husband, and they're awesome, dude. And he was talking about it, and he was like, did you see it? And I was like, no, I didn't see it. And he was like, nah, you should watch it. But then everyone was like, oh, don't waste your time. It's terrible.
Yeah,
And
don't waste your time. It's terrible.
yeah, but he was like,
TJ,
yeah,
trust me, I'm
guess,
boy Harley Quinn.
Jesus, Ian, what else am I doing besides trying to beat Cyberpunk very slowly?
Yeah, that's fair.
Very slow. So I posted in the Facebook group Unlimited Lives the newest glitch I came across, where I tried to put a body in the trunk and the body glitched out of the trunk and was just floating in front of the trunk. And then as I went in to sneak around, I heard someone go, huh? What? Oh, someone here. And I'm like, God damn it.
It's like, hold on, there's a body right behind the trunk of the car, 2 feet up in the air.
I think someone's doing a magic trick with Hank.
This is suspicious. And they look around a second, like, oh, well, whatever.
Oh, I love that about video game characters. That's my favorite thing. Huh?
Yeah.
Yes, it was nothing, So good. Guess I was hearing things.
My imagination.
My imagination. I better go back to smoking the cigarette. Hey, that's Fez. How are you? Hope everyone enjoyed today's episode on of Unlimited Lives was Nintendo Land. I did as deep of a dive as I could for Nintendo Land in Japan.
Yeah, it looks fun.
It looks really fun. And I want to give you credit where credit's due. You did a beautiful job on the dock today.
Ah, thank you.
It was wonderful. I was on the road again, and I couldn't do it. I got myself some cool stuff. I didn't get myself a cool Canadian Tuxedo Xbox controller, but
Ooh, that's too
Ooh.
bad.
Yeah.
Yeah, how about that? Do you have a picture of that we can pull up? The beautiful this finally clothes for our controllers. Ever
Finally.
since I was a kid and my little sister would dress up her Barbies, I was always like, why can't I do that? She'll play Nintendo controller.
Yeah, let me see. Here we go. And it's coming up.
I should put pictures on the doc.
No, because there's no way to link them. Like, it's too annoying to link them. Let me see. So, I mean, basically, it looks like an Xbox controller with jeans, an IGN article, which, I'm just going to scroll now. What in God's shit is going on? Where is the picture, for God's sakes? Sorry, I don't mean to use vulgar language. Have you played the Xbox Series X? No, of course not.
I'm TJ. You're like casually feeling out nervous as you're doing this.
Dude, this is stupid. Dude, it was just here. Oh my God. How do you think I found the article, man? Why would you make an article about a controller and then I have a picture of said article? Like, why would you? Hey, you know what's cool? An Xbox controller. It has denim jeans on it. Well, what does it look like? I'll keep explaining it. Oh my God. Denim jean control. This is what I want to do on air. Piece of shit. IGN sucks. I said it. Watch it. I mean, unless they want to take the show on, then they're great.
You can check the private chat. I got it up for you.
Oh, do you?
Yeah.
I'm good at what you do. Cool. You're so you're what I call fast fingered. There it is. Yeah, it's a great picture, man. That's good. All right, let's find it. This is fun for the podcast people. That's why you do something called pre-show prep, which I didn't. Boom. Is it up? Yay! So basically, it's an Xbox. It looks like an Xbox Elite controller, and it's got a dungaree, like little pockets and little belt loops. And here's the gross part about it. Ian, I think you have a funky echo.
Yeah, I always have a funky echo.
No, I think you do, though.
No, I don't change anything.
A listener saying you sound funky, echoey.
Oop.
Oh no. I wonder. You want to bounce out and bounce back in? Maybe it'll fix it. Yeah, let's see that. No. Echo cancel is on. God, brought to you by StreamYard. If you want something done half-assed, use StreamYard. God, I'm so sorry for the iPad. You know what, the iTunes listeners, I love you guys. And here's the thing. You get a nice, juicy 30 to 45-minute episode that is done very well and sounds very good. And that's what you get. After Dark is our fun time.
Yeah, this is just for
happy fun time. So let's see if that sounds better or worse. So keep talking. So talk about this denim thing that's going to get all icky gross when you touch it with your little hands.
Well, wow, I don't know what to say. It looks like my jeans, only cleaner.
Ew, cleaner. And dude, I hate that dungaree color. I hate that dark dungaree color. It looks like the kind like your mom would buy at Kmart and be like, I got you dungarees. And you're like, stop calling them dungarees.
Yeah, man, I don't know what this is. What God's name is this other than just Xbox trying to make the news?
It just doesn't make sense. No one wants jeans on a controller. It's like
finally a controller made of my pants.
Yeah, I got these Xbox spandex, and it just gets wet and slides out of your hand.
Oh,
don't they understand how like gamers are just disgusting, clammy-handed people?
Like you yelling at your roommate, "Hey, are you doing a load of laundry?" "Yeah, I'm just on my way out." It's like, "Can you wash my controller? Can I just throw it in with your stuff?"
Dude, make sure you don't dry it. If it shrinks, I'll have to use it for a PlayStation.
Hey, you're gonna need extra large dungarees for your Xbox original controller.
Yeah. Oh man,
I was gonna say Xbox One, but you can't fucking say Xbox One. Fuck you, Microsoft.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know what. I guess that looks like the X. I guess that's the Series X control. They all look the same. Yeah. They all look the same. I don't know how to explain it. Besides, they look the same. Like it's the most confusing. What can you put in those little pockets?
Uh,
You can put in there, bro? You put your
what?
weed in there, man.
Oh man, I have a very tiny wallet, and I've been looking for a place to store it.
I have a very tiny wallet I want to put in here. My tiny wallet.
I also have tiny keys for my tiny model cars. So I'll put those in the other pocket.
Look at this. Is the image on here of me? Is it the
Yeah.
icon? Look at this. So yeah,
Oh.
this makes me think it's an Xbox. So the circular D-pad thing, this is what kind of came with the Xbox Elite controller. So it makes me think that this may be an Xbox One controller, but I think this gives it away that it's the Xbox Series X one. Oh, yeah, it is, because there's the. Can we stop with the share buttons too, by the way? I'm really done with them.
Well, you don't like pausing your game in the middle because you accidentally hit one of the buttons.
Dude, do you know how many screenshots I have of my Stadia of just nothing?
How many?
Dude, like 50, because the select button, I'll never not call it that. The select button is higher than where it should be. If the share button is to the left.
Ugh.
It's terrible. So it's like we're done. No one is playing these games and screen sharing their stuff. No one. No one.
Mean,
never once have you.
Probably like 5 people are.
Then why are we making it for fun? Never once in the history of our friendship, nor us doing podcasts, nor us gaming, nor any of my friends I've ever had has texted me, emailed, Facebook posted, "Hey, check this. Look what I was doing last night. Here's a picture of my game."
Yeah.
No one uses the share button, dude. No one. It's a waste of time and space. No one uses it.
Imagine being like a developer for Microsoft and you spend like literally 100 hours on that share button, like getting the functionality to work. You spend like weeks and weeks and months having meetings and developing and getting all the integrations together. And all anyone ever thinks is, God damn it, why is that fucking button there?
That's all it is, man.
Yep.
No one likes that button. That button is the stepchild of Xbox buttons. No one care. I'm telling you, dude. You know it. I know you're not arguing with me, but
yeah,
no one have you ever gotten a screen share picture on something?
Well, enough about Xbox. This show, I honestly I feel like Xbox comes up every week, and we haven't had a single good thing to say about it. But
no, hold on. Is it because is there the woman's nails painted?
The woman's nails painted.
Maybe it's for lady gamers, the denim jeans.
Ooh.
I can't believe this article for IGN doesn't have.
Yeah, it does look like they're painted.
They're painted, right? Oh, here we go. Yeah, they do. They look really nice nails. And the high image of her belt. Like that kind of belt is a lady's belt.
Yep.
You know?
Are they going to start selling belts? Because it does have belt loops.
It has belt loops, and that here, hold on, let me put it back up, but I'll keep explaining for our listeners at home listening in their go-karts. Yeah, she's painted nails. And then, yeah, that belt is not a man's belt. It comes up at a weird angle. It's a woman's belt, and she's her shirt tucked in. And boys don't tuck in their T-shirts because when you do, you get beaten up.
But that's a denim shirt. Boys have to tuck in their denim shirts.
I guess.
If mommy raised you right, you tuck in your denim shirt. You tuck your denim shirt into your dungarees.
I hate the word dungarees. It's just such a bad. I remember my mom being like, "If you get grass stains in your dungarees, I'll be mad." And I was like, "I don't know what dungarees are. Shut up, mom."
My mom would call our jeans our dungarees and our shirts our dungareerts.
Moving on.
EA lost its Star Wars license.
Here's what EA needs to do. Suck eggs.
So they're not exclusive anymore. So apparently what is it called? Battlefield, Star Wars Battlefield.
Yes.
Battlefront, Star Wars Battle something. I've played that game and I like it. But it's just such a generic name, Battlefront.
I mean, Battlefront. It's just a shit. Like, it's interesting to run under an AT-AT and dodge it, but it's a shoot. It's just at the end of the day, it's.
Well, no, the first two on PlayStation 2 are fucking great. Those games are really good. But yeah, the newer ones are a little less exciting.
Poo-poo garbage.
So I don't know. They are making a third. Maybe it'll be closer to the originals. But Ubisoft is apparently working on an open world Star Wars game, but they haven't really said anything else about it.
Ubies. Well, don't you remember there was going to be that possible Boba Fett open world game?
Yeah, it might be that.
Dude, here's I think we said this on the show. I don't know if it was me and you. It might have been with John and Crystal and Carlo, but I think it was you. It's like the Star Wars universe is so fun.
Mm-hmm.
And oh, let's see what the chat says. Holy crap, Mom's Jeans. Hey, Dead's Paz and Matt Arcane. The D-pad does give it away. Use those belt loops to keep it on your belt. Sorry, Matt Arcane. I should have been looking at this before. So Ubisoft has an image for the Star Wars game?
No, they just announced it. They didn't say anything else.
Oh, sorry. 9:15 if you want to pull them up. There's images in the doc. Oh, I'm sorry.
Yeah, I put images in the doc, so you don't have to go looking.
Oh, dude. Oh, God. Who's better than you? I swear to God, nobody. Let me see. Yeah. So, here's the thing with the Star Wars, like in general, like with the Mandalorian, to me, like the Star Wars universe can be pretty. Oh, this is the dungarees thing. Oh, that's the dungarees image.
Oh, all right. Let me get.
Oh. Well, yeah. While you find it, I'll just say this: like the Mandalorian made the Star Wars universe, like the books, the canon after Jedi made the Star Wars universe pretty vast. But I think if you made a Boba Fett game, or if you made that you were either a Mandalorian, which by the way, like on the heels of the Mandalorian, they should just make it a Mandalorian game where you are just a bounty hunter collecting bounties, and that's it. If you want to do a story, sure. But I'd be fine with an open world where you just collect bounties, go get gear, upgrade your ship, dodge the Empire, like, maybe go on side mission. I mean, the Mandalorian was like was 2 seasons of like fun side missions with a through line of get the baby to point X. On the way, he helped people give him stuff on the way. I mean, it played like a video game.
It seems easy. Also, I was thinking, how fun would it be if they had like a Jawa game that was like a modern day version of Desert Bus, where you're like in a Jawa sand crawler, just you can only go like 30 miles an hour, and you have to make sure you don't go off road or you get towed back to Tatooine.
Are you talking about the Penn and Teller smash hit game Desert Bus, where you real time go across the country? So, okay, Ian, this is a joke.
Yeah, but it's an EA Star Wars joke. So
So it has the Emperor saying execute Order 66, which is the trooper, and the trooper's EA, and he goes, that would be $50. And the Emperor's like, I don't understand.
No, I already bought the order. He goes, well, this is DLC. No.
With your pitiful band of developers. It looks like the game will be sold out when your friends arrive.
So yeah, that's pretty cool. Everyone hates EA, so hopefully this will be better. Disney's recreated Lucasfilm's games, which used to make all the Star Wars games.
Dude, they used to make like full throttle, Space Quest. I mean, LucasArts, Monkey Island. Dude, LucasArts was the shit.
But it actually doesn't look like it's going to be a development studio or even a publisher. It just looks like it's a licensing like corporation under the Disney banner. So it's like, don't get so excited that any of that's coming back, because I'm sure it's totally different.
Oh, man, really? There was like Day of the Tentacle, Monkey Island, Grim Fandango, Full Throttle, Maniac Mansion, The Dig. I don't know if you ever played The Dig.
No.
The Dig was like this weird, like you were explorers. It was point and click, and you went down, you had to discover something. And I was too young to really beat it. Sam and Max, Knights of the Old Republic, the Indiana Jones games. Fate of Atlantis was a point and click. It was awesome. Star Wars Force Awakens, Dark Forces, TIE Fighter, Republic Command.
Forces and TIE Fighter, I loved.
Dude, man, LucasArts was the shit.
Yeah,
I hope Salt, dude.
I hope it works out. We'll see.
Yeah, I mean,
it's always better, I think, if they have more ideas. It'd be fun to see like an Indiana Jones game too.
I mean, it'd be great. I would be in lust for it, as they say.
Yeah.
Not love, I'd be in lust for it.
You horny dog.
Oh, let me tell you how horny I am.
Order 69.
Order 69. Your vagina will be in my mouth when your friends arrive.
Take your general penis. Strike me down.
My penis should become more powerful than I possibly imagine.
So yeah, so I guess Star Wars and
Give
sex.
in.
That's where we're at.
He's tapping his penis. He's like, give in to it, yeah. Like you do, right? What Luke Saber.
His penis is also very scarred and wearing a little hood.
You want this, don't you? Yes. Take it. Use your anger. Strike me down with all of your semen.
To the dark side of my penis.
The dark side of my bunghole.
Yeah.
Oh, that's so disgusting. It's lewd. The
It's
show
lewd.
got very lewd.
Let's go back to, you know what I miss is the 1950s and 60s, where you could watch TV with the whole family and there wouldn't be an ad for a period product or anything like that.
Yeah, I mean, I miss the 60s for a lot of reasons. Some reasons I can't say on air that you told me you like.
Shut the fuck up. You're dead, man.
You were talking about the nuclear family.
Yeah, I was talking about the nuclear bomb. That shit's the shit.
I love the nuclear bomb. Test
Vietnam War was great. Love it.
Oh, awesome, dude. And now it's like, and the funny thing is, like, when you used to threaten someone with communism,
Yeah.
you'd be like,
Hey, you better shut up or communism.
Yeah. Or that was the best time when you'd be like at work. You're like, I hear Thomas may be a communist. And they're like, what? Say no more. So they put the cigarette out in the water cooler, but everyone still drinks it.
Hold on. Tommy rhymes with commie.
Tommy rhymes with commie. It's the same thing, like, you know.
Good enough for us. Haul them away.
Yeah, it's the same thing if you align with like a political side. Someone's like, oh, is that who your president is? Oh, and then, you know, people go. So you love the 50s. I love the style. I love the art of the 50s.
I loved the television too. And that's a perfect segue into, have you seen, did you watch WandaVision yet?
Segue, beep, beep. Yes, I diddly do.
Dude, it's fucking great.
Dude, it was, so I watched it when I was visiting my girl and her sister, and she never saw, she saw Endgame.
Uh-huh.
Like, well, did you see, well, what Marvel's movies did you see? And she was like, oh, just Endgame. And I'm like, you saw the final movie? You see Infinity War? She's like, no. I'm like, you saw the final movie? Why did you see the final? I'm like, there's like 20 movies that lead up to the, you saw that, you read the back of the book. You took the Harry Potter books, you read the final 20 pages and went, I'm good. It's crazy to me. I'm like, what? So now as a nerd, I'm like, and listen, she has great taste in movies. She will watch The Godfathers, and she has excellent taste, and she loves all the movies.
Yeah, she hasn't seen any of the Marvel movies. It sounds like she has great
all
taste.
Right, that's quite enough of that. So
I'm just trolling you, buddy.
She was interested in WandaVision, and so then we watch it, but we had to watch. Disney had 2 7-minute videos that kind of give you the intro to who they are, because even her brother was like, hey man, break down who Vision is and Wanda in like 25 words, and I couldn't do it, but I tried. So I was like, hey, there's like a 7-minute thing that kind of shows you highlight clips of kind of like who the characters are, because if you know who the characters are, you're gonna you'll miss, like, you're not gonna get the jokes. So we did watch it to answer your question in the longest way possible.
Okay.
We did, and I thought it was really done extremely well, very fun, very funny, very weird, very mysterious, which adds an element of it's cool. I don't know why they're here. I know who they are. I don't know what they're doing. So you said and now before if you haven't seen the 2 episodes,
I have some stuff in here there's not really any spoilers. So if you haven't seen it yet, like, you don't have to skip ahead, because like, I figure, like, we can wait till the end of the season or something if we really want to try and break stuff down and talk about everything. Yeah. They've only put 2 episodes out, but I just have some fun Easter eggs I found when I was looking.
And what we'll do is this: we'll skip like 2 minutes if you don't want to hear any of this, 2 or 3 minutes. which I'll set a timer so you can come back in 3 minutes and not be a dick. But we'll do, we could do in one of our after darks when it's all out is we'll do a whole WandaVision like focus.
Yeah, that'll be fun.
Which would be really fun. Either that or the podcast episode, and I'll just have me and you. I'll patch you in upstairs, and we'll just do it in the studio.
Sounds good, dude.
So, if you don't want to hear any spoilers of WandaVision,
yeah. So there's very minor spoilers. Like we're not talking about plot points. There's like a couple characters or little things that happen that like if you really just want to go in completely cold, jump 2 or 3 minutes ahead.
Oh yeah, jump 2-3 minutes ahead.
And we'll make sure to go through it quick so we won't overshoot.
Yeah, I think to give yourself 3 minutes. Ready and go.
Okay. So one thing that Radlow noticed.
I'm just kidding.
Remember that beekeeper guy who came up with that weird sequence?
Yes, there was a weird like dream sequence where.
Well, let's not spoil. Let's just say there's a weird beekeeper.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. Weird beekeeper.
Radlow noticed he looked a lot like an AIM guy. If you ever look at the AIM suits, like
the
Avengers video game. What's that?
That's the sword icon?
No.
Oh, I don't know what the sword icon.
I don't know what the sword icon is, but it showed up everywhere.
Oh, go
on. But AIM are like the bad guys from the Avengers video game. They're like a big recurring science corporation, like Evil Science Corporation and Marvel, but their guys' suits look like beekeeper suits. So Radlow said, I wonder if that's a reference to that.
To Dick Van Dyke?
No, to the beekeeper that showed up.
Oh, and that's an AIM guy?
It might be. It was just Radlow noticed that's kind of what they look like. Like, if you want to pull up that picture I just put in.
Oh, yeah. So there are sword icons in the show.
Yep.
And that stands for the Sentient World Observation Response Department versus SHIELD, which was Homeland, what is
Strategic Homeland Initiative Executive Licensing Department.
Yes.
I posted it in the chat, the link.
Good. I also have it in here. Oh, great job.
So let's see. My husband and his indestructible head, says Wanda after she breaks the dish on him. Remember, like, she's moving dishes around and he goes, oh, my wife and her flying saucer. She goes, oh, my husband and his indestructible head.
Yeah.
Remember how Vision died?
Oh my God, that's right. He got his head exploded.
He got his head caved in by Thanos. Yeah.
Yeah, he got his head ripped off and then she blew his head up.
So yeah, he does not have an indestructible head, but a weird little lampshade there.
That is fine. And then the flying saucer.
Yeah, maybe a reference to Avengers 1. I don't know. There's a couple of ads in the middle of the episodes.
Yeah.
One of them is for a toaster that's made by Stark Industries.
Yep. I loved the little 50s ads like that. Was so fun.
And then the second one was the watch was a Strucker watch, and it had a Hydra symbol on it, if you remember.
Yep. I saw the Hydra symbol, and I tried to explain who Hydra.
Yeah.
You gotta watch Captain America. I don't know. We have to watch it.
But the brand of the watch was Strucker, and if you remember in Age of Ultron, Baron Wolfgang von Strucker was a Hydra leader who kind of gave Wanda her powers.
Yes. So I thought
that's a reference to him.
That was great. Well, that was a great, so those are great. And like I said, we'll do a whole episode where we run in and we'll talk about, like, do a deep dive. Like I said, maybe it'll be for the podcast episode. That's the one I do solo. Maybe we'll do it so we can really get it. And then 3 minutes, you could come back. All we talked about was how Vision died in the first episode of WandaVision.
One last little one that's not an Easter egg or a spoiler for the episode. I just thought it was neat.
Sure.
Dick Van Dyke served as a producer. Dick Van Dyke is 95 years old, but he used to be on the Dick Van Dyke Show and marry Tyler Moore, so they put him up on it.
Yeah, they probably made sure that they could get like the right angles and the TV show vibe, and how it just was a fun. All in all, it's a very weird. I think Marvel they would do, this isn't like a weird thing for Marvel to do. In the comics, they would always do kind of weird stuff, like weird one-offs and strange shit.
And actually, according to Radlow, this is based on a short run series, comic book series called WandaVision. Like, it is sort of based on a comic book thing.
Oh, well then, looks like
I don't know any more than that, so I'm excited to see where we go.
Apple doesn't fall far from the tree. Advanced idea mechanics, AIM.
Very cool.
That's very good. Thank you, Dead Spaz. You're the best, bro.
Thanks, bro.
Let's stop the screen sharing. Stop all the screen sharing. Help computer.
Stop all the downloading.
Stop all the downloading. Go on, girl.
CDPR.
What is
CD
that
Project
stand
Red.
for? Thank you.
Compact disc. Public relations.
Compact dicks.
Compact,
Yes, we get that compact dicks.
So they're facing 2 different lawsuits from 2 different investor groups over Cyberpunk 2077.
Yeah, I mean, it's just dude. I mean, I'm playing this out of PC, console, and Stadia. PC is the best. Like their PC was the one they worked on the hardest. That it's the least with glitches and the best version. Stadia is second best version, and but on a way behind second best version. Like the Stadia one isn't amazing. Like I'm showing you guys glitches. There's still a glitch. There's a stealth glitch that still exists in the game, and it's been out for 2.5 months. Like it's the same glitch. And then consoles are it's like way down the line. So yeah, I mean, now I'm starting to thoroughly enjoy the game. Like I'm gonna play it after we're done. Like I want to just play it a little more because I got to like a kind of a cool part. Like there's really good parts of this game, and the combat when you start getting a handle on that cyber hacks and all like the cyberware and how you could like tweak your character and stuff, like it's really cool. And the side missions are interesting. Nothing has been a boring thing. It's been pretty interesting with all sorts of elements of story. Like just, it's great. So go on, but
they're getting sued.
Again. Well, they were getting sued before.
Investors. Yeah, the second one was just announced, I guess, is the story. They're getting sued twice because apparently they had misled investors about how good the game was going to look on the last generation consoles, the PlayStation 4s, the Xbox Ones. So,
well, what happened was this: when the investors went in, the Cyberpunk game was sitting on a table, and they were like, "Are you okay?" And the game said,
"I'm broke as shit."
And they were like, "All right, we're taking our money back."
Nice. Yeah, man. This is just everything that could have gone bad went bad for Cyberpunk.
Like, I've said this when we talked about this before. It's just the bottom line is they should have just released it for PC first, and then really polished up the Stadia version second, and then went and released console way later.
Yep.
And we both know, we've talked about this ad nauseum. We both know why. It's the developers want the game out to make their fourth quarter money, and the what's it called? The distributor, the publisher. And then CD Projekt was like, we need more time. This is not ready.
Mm-hmm.
And then there was crossed wire somewhere, and CD probably panicked when the publishers were like, our investors are going to pull out. So is this game fixed? And they were probably like, it's playable. And then someone went to them going, they said the game is A-OK great. So then they released it. And it's like I said, it's a snake eating its own tail. They want it done. They want it done out at a certain time. The developer says they need more time. The publisher goes, you don't have any more time. The game comes out broken. The publisher's like, why is this broken? The developer goes, we told you we need more time. You don't listen.
Yeah.
I don't know why we've been dealing with video game glitches and delays for the hit test of time, but mainly games could get patches downloaded. But for 10 years, no one is learning the lesson of let the developer take their time. Like, let them develop it.
It's more than just that, too. Like, what was it? I was watching a video today about some game where, like, it was a while ago. It's like 12 or 13 years ago. And basically, the publisher made them put the game out before it was done. And, like, it ended up, like, tanking the studio. And the studio's not there anymore.
And that studio should sue the publisher to be like, you forced us to put a game out that's broken and it wasn't ready. I don't think The Witcher 1, look, CD Projekt has a great track record of The Witcher 1 through 3 and the other games they do.
Yeah.
The Witcher took a long time. And The Witcher came out, when The Witcher 3 came out, like it was glitchy, but they patched it, they fixed it. But they kept pushing the game. It's just like they took their time, they did it. this publisher with CD Projekt just ruined the faith of all gamers, because now if they do Cyberpunk 2 or DLC or make another game that is as huge as this game, everyone's gonna be like, no, Cyberpunk was a mess. No. And now the record's tarnished when the publisher, they should have put their foot down. And I know it's all corporate shit, but CD Projekt should have put their foot down and been like, no, it's not ready. I know we keep delaying it. It's not gonna be ready for 2 years. I don't tell you. You shouldn't have announced it a year ago. Idiot. They're like, well,
you're the head of CD Projekt Red and you say that to Bethesda, you're fired. And they just put someone else in there who's going to say, yeah, all right, we'll put it out.
I know. Yeah, that's true. Yeah, I'd get canned, and they'd be like, they get some other like jerk off to come in and be like, we're going to get this done. And then they're like, are you? And then the guy goes in and starts panicking and then throws himself out a window. It's just, and the thing is, they do this with video games. And I know they do this with movies, but not as much. But they do it with movies. Movies get rushed. Movies get, half done because they're like, we need to do a couple more reshoots. And then, the producer's like, I don't think so. The movie's done. Your movie is done. And then they're like,
that is exactly what they sound like.
I know. Thank you.
But while we're talking about movies, and especially movies that were not rushed out and not like a victim to, outside publishers or producers getting their sticky little fingers in there, I think we can all agree Justice League was a unmitigated success, no complaints.
I mean, you know what I loved about Justice League? It was the best part of like all the characters. I was like, I don't want to see any more action. I want to just hear them talk. Can they go half fight and talk? And then I got that. And then
a lot of also just make sure none of them have any personality at all. Like sometimes Superman gets a little spicy for me, and I'm like, can you mute him? Just chill him out.
Yeah, I mean, the Flash had a good part. Like the Flash was a good part of the movie, but it just was. I don't mind Batman being Frank Miller, evil Batman, like you're not evil, but like mean Batman. It's fine. Wonder Woman is like she's not. I don't know. She's not really a three-dimensional. I'm not a right person to talk about this because I don't really know movies that well. But it's like I don't. If you look at Gamora, to me, she's three-dimensional. Like I see her as like she's like Thanos' daughter. I see her with like with Star-Lord with like she's dancing a little bit. Then she turned. I see her fighting with her sister. There's so much to Gamora. She's like she's an older sister who wants to.
I don't agree with that. I think Gamora is also.
What makes a character? Name a three-dimensional character then. That
Harley Quinn.
But she has less to do. But she's less to me than Gamora. Harley Quinn to me is just wacky and wants.
I liked her in Birds of Prey. I thought she was more fun.
She was fun, but fun is not three-dimensional.
She was mad at her old boyfriend and went off and found her own shit to do and like tried to make her own way in the world. I don't know, it made sense to me.
But Gamora did the same thing. Gamora was
but she didn't feel three-dimensional because she had the same reaction to everything. It doesn't matter.
I don't know. I don't think I'm the right person because I don't know movies and films and characters, but you're right where the characters in DC just feel rote and like
it's also we're literally just arguing about how we feel, so we can't really like convince each other.
If we learn anything from Twitter and anything else, feelings are solid facts.
Facts don't care about your feelings. I'm Ben Shapiro, and facts don't care about your feelings, hypothetically. So the Snyder Cut is coming out, as everyone knows. Everyone's super excited about it. There were rumors it might be a miniseries, but it will not be a miniseries. It will be a single film that is 4 fucking hours long, longer than the extended cuts of the Lord of the Rings movies.
Let me tell you about Lord of the Rings. The best.
They are. They're really good.
Yeah.
But like, okay, so I guess it'll be longer than the Fellowship of the Ring and the Two Towers, which clock in at 3 hours 48 and 3 hours 43. Yeah. The Snyder fucking cut of Justice League, a movie that's just universally like, will be 4 hours long. Why?
Dude, I mean, unless they like added extra dialogue with the characters and like more, like, I mean, listen, I have HBO Max. I'm gonna watch it.
Here's what they did. They took the original cut and they just ran it at half speed.
They did what is it called? Like double spacing when you had a project. Almost amazing. Or you did, instead of front and back, you did it was every page. It was just one-sided. You were like, yes, my paper is one-sided. Yeah, change the margins. I hate nothing was worse than when you're sitting in school and the teacher's like, so you need to do a paper. We didn't have words because I don't think we did ours really on computers much, but like we could use a computer. But I remember like the teacher was always wise to that, like, and by the way, the font size is 12, the margins are this, and no double spacing. You're like, son of a bitch.
Well, then you do Corey or New.
Oh yeah, I just did wingdings and drew a middle finger on my paper.
Wait, are you on the dock right now?
Yeah.
All right, ready?
Yeah.
You want to see what Corey or New does?
Oh yeah, let me see Corey or New.
It just got a lot bigger.
Oh, that's huge. Oh, Corey or New's great. It looks like a script.
It just added like 10 lines.
Yo, there's nothing better than when you kept like stretching. It was so I hated doing papers, man, but I used to love like you would just stretch it. And that
You're like a criminal hiding your work. It's like
yeah,
the amount of time and effort you'd put into it. It's like you could have just written more.
I know. Instead I sat there for an hour trying to figure out how to like fuck I mean, like, I think if I just extend like 10 words, like, and Ben Franklin, the man of the country, comma, was the great man of the country.
The man of the country.
This man who wore bifocals, his vision wasn't too well. And it's like, just because I don't want to read about electricity and the kite thing he did. I'm like, oh, I just want to get through this. I just really I was such a horse's ass in school. 4 hours. I mean, I'll watch it in 3 sittings. I don't know. Maybe
basically you hand it in, right? You hand in your shitty paper, and the teacher comes back at you and she goes, TJ, I know what you did. Go back home, get it right. I see all the little tricks you did. That's what the studio did to Zack Snyder. They're like, this was bullshit. We need this movie to be 4 hours long. Do it again.
He's like, how many more drone shots can I do of Gotham? And he's like,
he's literally just repeating like Wonder Woman looks at Batman, Batman looks at Wonder Woman, Wonder Woman looks at Batman, Batman looks at Wonder Woman.
He's had like a bunch of different jokes. He had like mugging scenes for no reason. Like, let's do like 20 minutes of mugging scenes to make Gotham look really bad. And they're like, yeah, we can shoot that. Let's find an area in New York, get some actors, some extras in.
Just go to the cutting room floor. They sweep everything up and they're like, all right, let's put every single thing back in.
They're like, let's get some extras, do a fight scene. Like, well, should we do COVID tests? Like, no, they're extras. Fuck them. Just leave them down their chairs. They'll do it without a mask on. They're like, all right.
Hey, I have an idea. What if the Justice League sits down to watch an episode of Cheers in the middle of the movie? We just watch an episode of Cheers.
Dude, I just rewatched The Dark Knight just because I wanted to, just cause. And I was like, God damn it. It's such a good movie.
Yeah.
It's so good. And then I was watching what is it? The next one, The Dark Knight Rises. And it's not good. It's not Dark Knight Rises is good. It's fun.
Bane's hysterical.
But yeah, I really kind of wish they did a different. I kind of wish they did a different thing with Bane. Like, I love how he looks. I love how big he is, but like the voice was it's unforgettable. Like it sticks out, but
I think that Tom Hardy's Bane was better than Heath Ledger's Joker. I think we can all agree on that.
I'm gonna cut your mic. I kept just rewatching. Like, I would rewatch the scenes of Heath Ledger. Like, after he would have a scene, I would rewind it and then watch the scene again. I love it. The best part is where the best part. Be careful. Well, the best part when he sits down with Two-Face after he like blew him up and he's dressed up as a nurse and he just goes, hi, and he's like, he knows he's mad. It's just so good, dude. It's so great.
Stop it, TV. Stop looking up to the Joker. You're going to become Joker-fied.
Man, I love it, man. I want to be the Joker so bad. Like,
change your Facebook profile picture to the Joker and start posting memes about being an anarchist.
I want to be so cool. So what do we? So that, I mean, we're having such a fun show. I think we got one more delicious piece of two.
This is okay. This is literally my favorite story of the week. Probably my favorite story I've seen in half a year.
Yeah.
Auto chess is going to be made into a MOBA. Now, to put that in perspective, do you know what auto chess is?
No.
Auto chess is a mod for Dota 2, Defense of the Ancients. where basically you have like, you get a certain amount of money, you recruit different heroes. Let's say I get like an orc warrior and I already have a human warrior. They're going to have a synergy because there's 2 warriors.
Mhm.
And then if I get 2 more orc warriors, then it'll upgrade to a super orc warrior. If I get 3 super orc warriors, they upgrade again. But you only have so much money and you only have so many things you can pick from the pool at a time. So like basically you can refresh, but that's wasting some of your money to find new heroes. So it's like you have to be smart with your strategy and what you build. It really took off a couple years ago as a mod. So much so that it stopped being a mod, and the people who developed it made their own game with new characters, so they're not using any of the DOTA stuff, called Auto Chess.
Yeah.
So now Auto Chess and its world and its characters are getting spun off into a MOBA. But here's the thing. Defense of the Ancients is a spin-off of Warcraft 3, because Defense of the Ancients was originally a Warcraft 3 mod that used Warcraft 3 characters, but then they spun it off into Defense of the Ancients, so they had to make entirely new characters. But then Auto Chess came out as a mod for Defense of the Ancients, but they had to make entirely new characters, and now they're making that into a MOBA.
Let me ask you a question. Was this story very short, and you're now doing the essay thing where you're trying to extend this?
No, I'm just saying this is the funniest. Like everything is a spin-off of a spin-off. It's like old sitcoms where everything would be. So let's take, for example, the character Rexar from Warcraft 3. He gets turned into the Beastmaster in Defense of the Ancients. The exact same guy. Like they just like, oh shit, we have to like change his name because it's not our character anymore because we're selling this game as a standalone game. And then Auto Chess takes Beastmaster and they make another guy out of him named Beast. But it's like it's the same guy in all 3 games. It's like they have the same things. They just have to change the graphics and names.
Well, it's the same thing when you used to buy toys, and then like Skywarp was basically a painted blue Starscream toy, like Transform.
Yeah.
Like they would just repaint and be like, now this is Rexar.
It's dude, I can't get out. It's so funny.
Also,
like League of Legends also had a spin-off auto chess game called Teamfight Tactics. And then since auto chess spun off and it's not a mod for DOTA anymore, DOTA made its own auto chess called Dota Underlords.
Jesus Christ. So I'm looking at auto chess. It's chess, but I guess they're like animated creatures.
So it's not really, you don't actually play it. Like the guys play themselves. All of the gameplay takes place in between the fights where you're recruiting your guys and setting up your team and where they'll stand. And then AI takes over for the actual fight.
Really?
But it'll be things like if you have like synergies, like let's say the other guys have like a very defensive team, but you have a lot of ranged people, like you're going to win. But then maybe they're like, oh, that guy had ranged people. So I'm going to switch to like berserkers who will charge in. So like that strategy will beat yours. So it's like a lot of rock, paper, scissors, and how lucky are you with what guys you get and everything. I don't like it, but it's very popular.
It seems so oh, Christ with this goddamn thing. It seems like so there we go. I mean, yeah, it just looks like a chessboard.
Yeah. If you see it in action though, they're all hopping around using special effects, summoning ghosts.
It's just fun. It is funny that it's a spin-off of a spin-off of a. I mean, it's like Inception of the spin-offs.
It really is. I can't believe how many layers deep this has gotten.
I mean, it's zany. Yeah. I mean,
now the next thing is someone's going to take the auto chess MOBA that they're going to put out and make a mod for that. That's going to be huge. And then that's going to become a new property when the person shoots it off.
That's going to be like they're going to make it a first-person shooter or something. It's like, great.
Yeah, like Overwatch or something. Then every other one, League of Legends, which was a Dota spinoff, Dota, Auto Chess, they're all going to have first-person shooters that are exactly the same with their own versions of the same fucking characters.
It's crazy. What are you going to wait? By the way, side note, you don't have a PS5, right?
No.
Are you you're going to get the PS5 though, right?
At some point.
Yeah, but you're not going to get an Xbox X Series, Xbox X.
No.
Okay, cool.
I mean, I saw the first thing recently that made me want one even a little bit, which is they made pants for your controller now, so it's not running around naked.
Yeah, PlayStation's got to step up and put some the other thing is like PlayStation wanted to put sweatpants, like instead of jeans, like sweatpants on the controllers, but they were afraid
Yeah.
someone would pants the controller
Ugh.
or
You
gym.
know me. I'm like a cranky old white racist who's always like, yeah, pull your pants up. So like now that you can finally say that to your Xbox controller, I'm into it.
Yeah, pull your pants up, you goddamn hooligans.
You like see your kid playing and he's got his denim like only halfway on the controller. It's like, show some respect.
Back in my day, we think you were naked. The cop call the cops.
I can almost see your controller's underwear.
Oh, it's so dumb and so funny.
So
So what do you got? The final thing you got, which I think was very cool to add.
yeah. So we talked about the Hearthstone Madness at the Dark Moon Fair, like the latest expansion, which is like kind of like an evil carnival theme.
Yeah.
They put out a mini expansion that comes out, I think, either tomorrow. This is the 19th. We're recording this, but it either comes out like the 20th or 21st. And they literally just announced it today.
Jesus.
And they're like selling it as a big thing. It's got like, a bunch of new cards. It's got a theme that's like kind of wacky races.
But aren't people just mad about Hearthstone?
Well, the thing is actually, so they're selling this entire, it's like 35 new cards and they're selling it for $20, which to me seems like, yeah, that's a scam.
Oh
It's
my God.
35 fake cards for $20. Like considering if you got a Magic the Gathering pack, it's like what, $1 for 5 cards or something.
Yeah.
So anyway, whatever. The Hearthstone community is really happy with the fact that you can just pay $20 and know that you're going to get all the cards. So, that's how they feel.
This Hearthstone shit, man.
And they play it and I don't. But it was leaked, but I'm just like, I've never heard of anyone putting something out, like a company as big as Blizzard being like, oh, hey, we have a new expansion. It's coming out in 2 days.
I mean, it's just like, I like Hearthstone, but it's like, it comes out in 2 days and they said it was leaked too. There's like, oh, it was leaked.
Yeah, it comes out the 21st. So
Like, come on, man. The fake
sorry.
it is
It's
so
only $15 for all 35 cards. So that's a little.
I mean, it's just like they don't know what they're doing anymore because everyone's mad at them for what they did before.
No, they're not. That's what I'm saying is like what I've seen from the community and like on message boards and stuff. They're not mad. $15 for 35 cards is sort of that makes them happy.
Yeah. Are you still playing it or no?
Dude, I never played it.
Hearthstone?
I only ever played it with you.
Oh my God.
I still watch it all the time. It's my favorite, one of my favorite spectator games.
I mean, it's just, like I like the game, but it really is like if you don't have good cards, it's just you're screwed.
Yep.
That was the
And
worst. That's the only thing that's screwed. That really sucks about that game is like it's that if you don't have relatively good cards, it's like I don't know. You're at a disadvantage, or if you don't know how the deck works. I just was never good at that stuff, but well, we'll see. I mean, this episode comes out Friday, so you guys will be hearing it Friday, 3 days before it comes out. You're watching it 3 days before it comes out.
Yeah.
What a fun show, Ian.
TJ, we have 7 minutes left till an hour, so let's try and fill the time.
You know what? We should try to fill the time up.
Yeah, I agree. That's exactly the words I would use.
Oh,
the time needs to be filmed like Benjamin Franklin, the man of the country, once famously wore bifocals.
That's right. That is true.
Vision.
Have you ever heard this sound effect?
Give me that choo choo.
Pretty good, right?
That's great.
That's if we want to kill 8 seconds, I got one.
Double whammy. Double whammy.
Too long. Too long.
Double whammy.
Hold on, your favorite.
It's Christmas. We're going to Applebee's after this.
Too long. Matt Arcane says, let's watch porn. Fun thing to pass the time with 4 minutes. There was nothing weirder than like watching like pornography with your friends.
Yeah.
I don't know if did you ever do that? Like
Yeah, dude.
room with your friends and do it?
My friend had satellite TV, so whenever we went over to his house, they'd be like, all right, let's watch porn.
It's so did anyone? No one would do anything, right?
No.
I
We'd
used
all
to-
sit there. we'd sit there and sit on like uncomfortably with like boners because they're like, yeah, now we're watching porn.
Yeah, very weird.
Like, not know what to do.
I had friends that would like sit around. They would like beat off under the covers.
That's weird.
I didn't do that. I swear, we didn't do that. But like, I
No,
remember,
I just whipped it out. No covers for me. I just whipped it out like a man.
I wasn't a chef. I was a man. I would stand up and I would look at my friend Darren and go, "Look at it," like that.
Make eye contact with it.
Yeah, I remember.
Yes, give in.
You know what, Matt Arcane? No, you are sorry you brought this up, and now you're going to deal with it. Now you're going to deal with it. I'm sorry I brought this up. He said, yeah, you know what? You're killing 3 minutes with this. So thank you so much. By the way, if anyone is enjoying the show and wants to just stop listening now, you can. This is no more game. It's going to be 3 minutes of this shit, and then we're going to play the music. So, right now, it's just like the no spoilers, skip ahead 3 minutes. You skip 3 minutes if you want. Then you listen to the music. But I remember we didn't allow anyone to go to the bathroom.
Yeah, you have to beat off in front of us. Don't go to the bathroom. That's weird. Just put a cover over yourself and masturbate into it. Surreptitious.
My friend Darren would I remember that was a rule. Like we would watch porn in this room, in the living room, all of us just sitting around. And I'd be like, I have to go take
his parents there too on the couch.
Yeah, mom's like making dinner. She's like, is it?
Dad smoking a pipe, reading the newspaper, be like, oh, you boys.
You boys. Like he's in the 50s. Oh, you boys with pornography.
Oh, at least keep your pants pulled up.
Back in my day, we had to go to peep booths. We'd pay a quarter and ask a nice young lady behind a glass booth and start talking.
We have a here. We'd say, ma'am, I hope you're having a good day. Would you kindly show me your titties?
Could you please show me your body parts, please? I remember he wouldn't let anyone, like, if you were like, I gotta go piss, he would be like, well, you're gonna hold it. Like, no one allowed. I swear to God, dude. I swear to God. No, he wouldn't let anyone go to the bathroom. I have no raid ideas. Sorry, Matt. No, Matt, we're gonna finish this porn talk. We have 2 minutes left on my board. So we have it. What was that was I remember he wouldn't go. That was our teenage fantasy. He's like, hey, I want you guys to not to piss. Porn. I don't want anyone to piss. Wouldn't that be terrible if that was Darren's fantasy?
Yeah, just a bunch of guys sitting around watching porn having to pee.
Yeah, guy, can I please go piss? And you would lie.
In my wildest fantasy, I am the king of the world, and every man watches pornography all day and is not allowed to urinate.
I remember I had a shit, and I got really mad at him. And I was like, dude, I have to go shit. And he was like, you're gonna fucking jack off. I swear to God, you better be in there. And he was like, I'm gonna set a timer, bro. And you're not. Like, you better get out. And I was just like, whatever, dude. You know.
And then he jerked off.
Yeah, of course I jerked off. I shit first. I wasn't lying. I'm not a liar. It's one thing I'm not. It's a liar. So I shit first. And then I was like, I'm so revved up from watching a cassette tape of pornography.
But I only have one flush, so I got to jerk off onto my poop.
Oh my God. Did have to. You did. You did. Ouch. Yowza. So bad. Ian, we're so naughty.
We got real gross at the end of this one.
We really did. Ian, if I put a porno tape in and it said the Twitter handle was directed by this person, what would it say?
It would say @Rex Saucy, not suitable for anyone.
Oh, that's right. Yeah, you're sludge. You can follow the show at Unlimited SXM on Twitter. On Facebook, Unlimited Lives. On Instagram and Twitter, Unlimited Lives Radio. If you just Google Unlimited Lives, you'll see our logo with the infinity sign and the controller. That's our logo. We did it first. I know that there's another YouTube channel that has, like, they ripped off our logo and stuff like that. Should have got a copy written. And you can follow me at TJ Del Reno all across social media. I tweet, Instagram post, and this show is every Tuesday, 9 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Today you could go on iTunes and download the podcast that came out last night that I do, and it'll be so fun. What a fun time, guys. Everyone have fun. We'll see you next week. Ian, I'll see you next week. Am I right?
Hell yeah.
Oh my God. Have fun.
What was that noise?
Oh, nothing. I took a shit.
Uh-oh. You're not allowed to shit while you're on the air. That's the one rule.
What? No, it's not.
That's the one rule. Yeah,
No.
because if you take a shit, I know what you're going to do in there. You're going to watch all 4 hours of the Snyder Cut.
No, dude, I swear I won't. I'm just shit and jerk off. I'm not gonna watch the Snyder Cut.
No, you're going to watch all 4
No.
hours of the Snyder Cut.
Here, listen. You could check my iPad. It is not downloaded on the HBO Max app. You
I
could
can't see because your iPad is wearing a dapper set of dungarees.
Yeah, well, this is my dungaree case, so
It covers half the screen.
it does, but it doesn't slip out of my slimy fingers.
You make that iPad pull those dungarees up.